All right, let's jump right in. There's been a lot of buzz around WeBull hitting Wall Street this week.
Yeah, definitely making waves. They started trading after that merger with SK Growth Opportunity.
Right, the digital investment platform. So they're now on the NASDAQ, ticker symbol BULL, which seems appropriate given what happened next.
Yeah, quite fitting. So they kicked off trading on Friday and closed the day at $13.25. Pretty standard start.
Standard, exactly. But then Monday rolled around and things got, well, interesting.
Interesting is one word for it. The stock just exploded. By Monday afternoon, it hit $75.77.
75.77. Wow. What kind of percentage increase is that?
Well, from Friday's close, that's a jump of 478%. Some sources were even reporting closer to 500% at points.
500%. That's staggering. So over 300% from the Friday close. Minimum.
Easily. And they actually saw an intraday high even higher, $79.56 easily. And they actually saw an...
Incredible. I also saw a figure like $55.14 mentioned is another high point. So just a lot of volatility, but mostly upwards.
Exactly. A huge surge right out of the gate.
Okay, so maybe we should back up a bit. For those less familiar, who exactly is WeBull?
Sure. So WeBull was founded back in 2016. The founder is Wang Ongquan.
2016, okay. And they're based where?
They're headquartered in St. Petersburg, Florida, and they've grown quite a bit since then.
It sounds like it. What are the user numbers looking like?
As of this year, 2024, they're reporting around 20 million users globally, which is pretty substantial.
20 million, wow.
Yeah.
And in terms of actual money, like funded accounts?
Yeah, good question. At the end of 2023, they reported having 4.3 million funded accounts.
Okay.
And those accounts held about $8.2 billion in client assets.
Right. So they're definitely focused on the retail investor market, making trading accessible.
That's their core mission, yeah. Providing tools for everyday investors.
And if you find this kind of market action interesting, definitely hit that like button and subscribe for more updates like this one.
Absolutely.
Now, their path to going public wasn't exactly straightforward, was it? They considered an IPO before.
That's right. Back in 2021, when the market was really hot, especially for tech and those meme stocks.
Ah, yes, 2021, the year of the SPAC, practically.
Exactly. There were 613 SPAC mergers that year. That accounted for like 63% of all IPOs.
Sure.
A huge surge in interest for, well, often unprofitable tech companies.
So WeBull was thinking about a traditional IPO then?
They were considering it, yes. But then 2022 happened. The market got quite volatile, a bit shaky.
Right. Things cooled off considerably.
Yeah. So they decided to postpone those IPO plans, put them on hold.
Which brings us to the recent move, the SPAC merger.
Correct. So in February of this year, 2024, they announced they'd signed a merger agreement with SK Growth Opportunities.
Which is a SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company.
Exactly. And that merger was completed just last Thursday, which paved the way for them to start trading on Friday under BULL.
And it's interesting, they went this SPAC route now because, as you mentioned, the stock market itself isn't what it was in 2021, right?
Not at all. It's cooled down significantly. In 2023, there were only, 31 SPAC mergers in the whole year?
Only 31. Compared to over 600 in 2021. Big difference.
Huge difference. And even this year, up to the point the data was gathered, only 23 SPAC IPOs. It suggests investors are being much more selective now.
So the fact that WeBull not only completed the SPAC merger, but then saw this massive price surge, what did that tell us?
Well, it might indicate there's still a real appetite, particularly maybe among retail investors, for certain types of stocks, especially those showing high momentum.
Like a get in while it's hot mentality, perhaps.
Could be part of it.
Right.
We saw something similar, though maybe even more extreme, with Newsmax, NMAX. Their stock went up over 2,000% from its IPO price.
2,000%. Okay, yeah, so there's precedent for this kind of retail-driven excitement.
It seems so. So you could see WeBull's SPAC merger as maybe a strategic move to tap into this sort of renewed market optimism, or at least this specific type of investor interest.
It makes sense. And WeBull is definitely a known name in this space.
Yeah.
How do they stack up against competitors?
Yeah, they're a significant player. You often hear them compared to Robinhood, obviously, ticker Hood.
Right.
And also eToro, ticker ETO. It's a competitive field.
And isn't eToro also looking to go public, or recently did?
They filed for an IPO back in March, yes. So the whole digital brokerage space is quite active.
So what's Webull's edge, potentially? Why the investor excitement?
I think a lot of people point to their user focus, trying to build tools specifically for that retail audience and combining that with, strong underlying technology.
So user experience plus tech.
That seems to be the argument, that it puts them in a good position even in this competitive fintech environment. Their stated goal is really ambitious, like redefining retail investing.
And they have the user base and the assets under management to potentially back that up.
20 million users, over $8 billion in assets.
Yeah.
It's a solid foundation.
So wrapping this up then, the initial market reaction to WeBull coming public via this SPAC has been, well, pretty dramatic.
Undeniably significant, yeah. It seems like a combination of factors. Their company history, choosing the SPAC route at this particular time, and just the general market dynamics we discussed.
All playing a role in that huge price surge. It's definitely going to be one to watch in the coming days and weeks to see where it settles.
Absolutely. The next few trading sessions will be very telling.
Well, this has been really insightful. Thanks for breaking it all down.
Happy to do it. It's a fascinating situation.
And for everyone listening, if you found this breakdown helpful, please do like this and subscribe to the channel. We'll keep tracking stories like WeBull's. Thanks for joining us today.